Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Symmetria with Lyte. I'm here at the AFK spot of the Witch Farm, which you saw the rave at in the previous episode. You got a nice view of the swamp up here, including the crystallized part down there. We could go down and take a look at the Witch Farm from down there, but it isn't too different from what you saw before. I took out the way it was with the golems trying to kill things, and I did add the drop trap. So if we head up here to the old AFK point with Poochie, Pooch, and head through this portal, there's another portal down the bottom. So two portals pretty close to each other, one at the top, one at the bottom. Might add a third one in the middle, who knows. And it brings you to a rather Merza style nether hallway sort of thing, and a lovely storage area. And just so we don't have to worry about anybody in the chat, let's hide that. There we go. Now we're alone. So, yeah, it's an iron farm, it's a witch farm. Behind here, we've got a sorting system, so everything from the farm gets filtered into these various chests. We got a little bit of iron, a little bit of each thing. I've only really AFK'd at it for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, since it's been fully operational. Goodness knows what the rates are actually like. So any of these are automatic. The overflow will come here. I'll eventually add something under this for disposing of too much stuff if we ever get too much stuff. Each of the automatically sorted things has 10 chests worth of storage behind it. If we get more than that, we're clearly not using it enough, and we can just throw it in the bin. This side is all manual. So in here, we've got the block forms of the various things. In here, we got cobble, diorite, andesite, and granite. Don't know what to do with this chest or with this one, so if you got suggestions, let me know. I will likely set up some sorting system behind these, so when I completely decimate my surroundings, I can just drop everything into these. They'll have buffer storage behind them too, and if you ever need granite, you can just come over and grab a ton of granite. I don't have a ton yet, but eventually I will. So let's take a look at how all of this happens. We'll dig our way into the crawl space up here. And here we are in the crawl space. It's a little tight. I still have the hopper minecart set up here because I was originally using that, but it despawned or fell into oblivion or something, but one way or another the hopper minecart went away. And I logged back, like I came back after AFKing for a long time, and there were 30,000 entities. I was getting literally 0 frames. Literally. So the way this works, you got the shifting floors, the witches fall onto these half slabs. Underneath, you've got hoppers. So anything they drop, just like that, goes into the hoppers and into the system. The iron golems stand here, being all golemy for a while, and eventually they walk around and end up over on this side in the lava. The witches never get a chance to. I would put lava all the way across, but lava breaks their fall. Normally you have to drop them 28 or 29. If they fall through lava, they have to fall an additional 25 or 26 blocks. It's ridiculous. So I just put this off to the side. The golems eventually walk over. They don't despawn, so they've got all the time in the world. So the more they are, the more they get pushed over. The most I've seen down here is 3. So they do die. The iron comes in, gets thrown over into the system. Eventually I'll get rid of this minecart station. If you head over this way, you can kind of see what's going on with the sorting, but it's all boxed away for its protection and yours. Let's come back down. I'll also eventually make a better surface tunnel so I can actually get to the stuff, but I like how this is all self-contained. It's one little place, you come in, get the stuff, and leave. No getting lost, no wondering which way is it? Nope, it's in, stuff, and out. Now, I've also heard that I've been pranked. So we need to go back to the spawn town, and we might as well take the long route. I'll talk on the way. I could cut and just come back, but it might be good for people to know where the witch farm is and all that jazz. I will fix up this hallway. I'll make it match the styles of the other things. I just wanted to wait until the witch farm was, you know, a witch farm first. Once I make the hallway, I'll decide on what sort of blocks to go on the side. If we get really good rates with the glowstone and the redstone, we might go that way. So it'll be 3x3, horse-friendly, all that. It's on the west side of town, so to get to it, you have to go past the portal for the city hall. I believe Nemesine's base is over on this side as well. I'm not sure what is down that hallway. I'll have to explore it sometime. So we've got this, which goes nowhere. And this right here, Nemesinos. Nemesinos? My Greek is a little rusty. So yeah, that goes to that base. And here is the town hall portal. It's not particularly grand as of yet. It doesn't have its own hallway design really. But we've got a fancy hallway to the end portal now. The pigman farm is up and running and always occupied. I don't know if there's anyone even there. They might not have flipped the lever. There's the fancy way down. I might have shown this in a previous episode. Good old slime block at the bottom. In a previous episode, I hinted at the real iron farm being set up. That's right over here. But I believe a creeper blew up in the redstone type area. So it's kind of an iron farm. It may or may not be fully functional. See, if there's an iron golem over there or over there, that means things are not connecting properly. We might be missing some doors, might not have gotten reset properly, goodness knows. So if we look in here, we've got that full, but over here is not even full. So 314 stacks of iron or less. This is the iron towers. This should be able to generate that in no time flat. So something is clearly wrong. But we've got top men on the case. We'll get it back up and running soon enough. And if anyone needs iron, well, I have an iron farm. It's not super fast, but we've got iron. Over here, I'm not sure whose this is. Okay, now I always think the C should go before the H to make it Olchim. But it still might be Olchim, because C then I is sometimes Ch. So if that's how it's pronounced, Olchim. If not, feel free to correct me. But I'm getting distracted. But there are tons of things to be distracted about. Let's see if we have any extra signs. The animals have been moved out of spawn to save our frames. We've got the desert PvP arena, which we'll cover later. And Eastside Skelly Farm. So let's go to my base and check out the prank. That's the second prank already on this server. And oh jeez, I did mention in one of my videos, you know, the previous one, that I would need boatloads of cactus to make the green glass for my swamp. Well, I seem to have gotten my wish. Somebody over-fertilized my lawn. Now we've got cactuses everywhere. Ooh. That's more signs than I put here. Ba-bow! I heard you needed cactus for your swamp. Wolfer! So, yeah. Wolfer does enjoy his pranks, does a lot of things on the server, so, yeah, it's understandable that he would do a friendly, beneficial prank like this. Do I have a lot of inventory space? I do! Now cleaning this up will not be a problem. All we have to do is break the bottom one, and it rains cactus. Glorious. Now, I'm not going to clean up all of this on camera because, well, that's kind of boring. Last episode, I actually managed to not spoil anything. Well, I don't think Stratus has done a whole lot over there, so I'm not really spoiling anything there. Steve does all sorts of work. I can never keep track of how much he's done and how much he's shown. So, spoilers! Merits thing. Spoilers! Spoilers everywhere. But, yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid. If I went into the spawn town, everything's right on top of each other. There's no way to not spoil things. But we did have an interesting event on the server. Not sure if it was yesterday or the day before. But we had the first official PvP battle. Now, over here we've got the north side. If we go a bit farther, we've got the animal farm. Beyond that, we've got my village and my nether village. And then even farther beyond that is the desert. In the desert, various people have built a coliseum. Hello, other Poochie. Hello. So in the desert, they built a coliseum specifically for PvP battles. Cade 1390. And I don't know what's that way. Savannah? Don't know. Not marked. But yes, Coliseum, PvP battles. We had the first one between Wolfer and... I should remember this. I was there. Something tells me it was Mr. RPG. Either way, you'll find out now, because I'm going to show you that clip. Cue dramatic music. Now, wasn't that fun? So, we've got the first official PvP on the server. I'm sure there will be many more to come. But that's all I've got time for this episode. So, I will see you in the next episode of Symmetria with Lyte and Poochie and the rain.